Hey, look, we gotta move on. Look, we gotta move on to the longest running segment on this show, which is Like It, Love It, or
Hated it.
Hate it.
And speaking of those devilish, those demonic, those dumb Cowboys, Dallas is going to be the newest team on Hard Knocks this year. And I'm going to go to the Ravens fan first. Nathan, how do you think that's going to play out? How do you feel about that? Do you like it, love it, or hate it?
I'm leaning towards like it to hate it, because I just think that, like Dallas has a couple things to prove. Like, I need to see how Dak looks, after missing his off, last season with his injury. But I think this is all more for just Jerry Jones, obviously. It's just more money in his pocket. And, like the Cowboys got a lot to prove. To me, they got a lot to prove. And I think putting them on Hard Knocks, I think it's just Jerry Jones just being Jerry Jones. So it's nothing new to me.
Yeah. Okay. What you think, man?
So, okay. I hate it because I kind of feel like, why don't we ever get this damn show? Like I hate it for that reason. Like I'm a hater, man.
Kind of consistent with the same teams, like switch it up.
Man? Like I don't understand why we don't ever get this damn show. The last time we got it was, I really want to say it was when we had the Patriots here for training camp.
Yes.
I want to say, yeah, and like I was just like. Yeah, that's a long ass time ago.
Right.
So
the first couple seasons.
So I'm like, I hate it for that reason. Like, I'm just a hater. Like, I'm so excited about seeing my team. I really want to see my team to the point where I want to see it on Hard Knocks. I want to see our team on Hard Knocks. But at the same time, I love that Dallas is on Hard Knocks, because I almost feel you play your hand by jumping on this show. I honestly feel, I really feel like you do, like the learning the cadences, learning the the nuances of each play, knowing the players who they're focused on, like who they're like, oh, this player's doing quite good, like he's having a good camp, and just shit like that. To me, I low key love it. I hate it because I'm a hater and I want to see my team on this damn show, but low key love it. I low key love it because it's like, to me, I feel they're showing these players' hands. Like, I'm sorry. They're showing Dallas's hand. They really are. I really want to say, like, they're gonna have this play that they're gonna play during the show, and then they're gonna try to put that on us, and we're gonna just stuff that shit right down their throat. So,
Amen.
Right down their throat.
I hope you see it. You're gonna get it all year, baby. Let's go. Yo, Anton, what you thinking, man? How you feeling?
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like they're gonna play how they are, and then like see the film with us and see how we're beating the hell out of them. Like, man, they ain't got their division title for like 4 years, and they're sitting there getting beat up on the Redskins. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, I'm kind of hating just like you have. Like, why can't we, like, after last year, how dead, like, bottom in predictions, how we were, and everybody would bet against us in, like, sports casting. And next thing you know, here we were. They showed out, like, way better than anybody else could have predicted. Yeah. But in our division of seeing Dallas, there's a lot of uncovered stuff that they're going to put on that show. And it'll show a lot of their character about people that are around their football. You know, how much is Jerry Jones going to expose on this show? You know, is it just going to be a whole lot of words, or is it going to be a whole lot of film? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel you, man. Like, that's what I'm looking at, is how much film is going to be on, so you can see, like, is it during the practice? Is it, sidelines of the games? Like,
have you seen the show before, bro?
I have.
I'm being legit. I'm not trying to talk shit. I'm just asking, have you seen the show before?
Yeah.
I don't think the GM has any say-so on what's played in the show. Like, literally, they have the cameras out, and of course they're not in the huddle, but I'm just saying, like, literally, they are right there showing everybody up and down, running plays and everything like that. So
I want to see what Jerry Jones is going to let loose.
I think Jerry might have a little bit more control.
I think he'll have a hand in what the show really exposes.
Yeah, exposes. Exactly.
Honestly, look, I like it. I like it, and I'm going to tell you why. I think it was Will that made this point. Shout out to Will. Could be with us visiting with family from out of the country. So shout out to you. We're holding it down for you, Dub K. He put on who was on there last year? Was it the Texans? Were they on there last year?
I believe so.
I think it was the Texans. A couple years ago, it was Browns. I know Cincinnati's been on there. Every team that's been on there ain't really done great in the regular season. Like, they ain't been dominant. And you haven't had, like, the Patriots or last year's Bucks or the Chiefs or any of that stuff. So I'm hoping that this kind of exposes what they got going on, exposes where on that ankle we can soften up on their quarterback. Exposes those wide receivers.
You still a cowboy. You fool that shit. You fool that shit, for real.
Let's go.
You going for them weak spots. Real quick.
I hope it exposes them. I hope, like Ab was saying, I hope it exposes them. I hope it puts it right out and we see what they're doing. And I hope we got like Cole Holcomb and Diamond Davis, all those guys like, oh, they're coming with a sweep. We saw the Hard Knocks. They're going with the sweep. Here comes the reverse. I hope they call it out. I hope they sit there and say, yo, got him. Here they come. We got him. Boom. You know what I mean? Like, I hope that does it. I hope Jerry gets all the publicity and the spotlight and everything he wants on his team, and I hope they sink to the bottom. So I like it. Good. Let us see what they're doing.
Last year it was the Raiders and the Chargers.
The Raiders and the Chargers?
Rams and the Chargers, excuse me.
The Rams and the Chargers. Well, Rams made the playoffs, so. Well, I mean, they got a big defense. But look.
This is like Dallas' third appearance on Hard Knocks anyway, so.
And they haven't done anything in 20 years, so. Hey, look,
but I was going to say it goes to the Hall of Fame game, too. It's like, I know that's all the backups and everything like that playing in the Hall of Fame game, but so, like, you still get that extra week of film on that team that's playing in the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't care if we ever play a Hall of Fame game.
So, right.
Ever, bro.
And look, and I gotta shout out. I gotta shout out them for this. They're allowing their team to be videotaped and filmed. Yeah. Certain teams that are up north in Baltimore, certain teams in Baltimore don't want themselves being filmed. I'm not calling anybody out, but since you're on the show, I'm gonna give you the opportunity. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to talk about why you don't want your quarterback being filmed, and then we're gonna leave it at that.
Wow.
Come on, Nate. Come on, we have to get
when are you gonna let this go, Sean?
Never. Never.
But I'm not the one. Like, see again, like that clip of him when he threw the ball, that pass, it was a bad pass, and everybody went to town on it. Like one throw doesn't determine. Oh my gosh! Like the practice was real crappy. Yeah. And then also too, like it's not just with Baltimore. I think this was with any NFL team. Like you're really not supposed to be filming certain stuff because there's certain things like offensively, like the Kansas City Chiefs, for example, right? Like they had a quarterback that was like trying to well, okay, listen to what Lamar Jackson would do. So there's certain things like, okay, like if I film this, this is gonna leak out. Like that's an advantage that Baltimore or New England's going to pick up. So there's certain things you want to keep a secret. But no one's hiding Lamar Jackson. No one's hiding Lamar Jackson.
Hey, look, hey, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to shout out my guy. I want to give him the opportunity to talk about his show, and he'll be talking about that a little bit later. But he did do a show on how frustrated he got and how the media blew up a situation that wasn't that big. It wasn't that crazy. So, hey, I'm going to give you the opportunity to talk about your show a little bit later, Nate, for sure. But we do got one more thing in Like It, Love It, Hate It. And, Ab, I'm going to come to you first on this. Washington, this happened a day after our last show. So this happened last Thursday. Washington gets fined $10 million for cultural issues. Ab, what the? Come on. Like,
Yo.
So I know. So $10 million. That's a lot to me. That's a lot to you, Sean. Nate,
right.
That's a lot to you, Anton. I know you big balling in VB, so I know that may not be too big for you, but.
You know, my wall of everything, you know.
So, like, to me, honestly, so $10 million to anybody on the outside, we're looking in.
Yeah.
They could literally look at this and they're like, oh, $10 million. Oh my gosh, that's serious. That's crucial and everything like that. But to me, I don't think that's enough, bro. I've said it online. I've said it several times online. But $10 million, it's literally enough money to be like to all the regular motherfuckers.
yeah, yeah.
Continue.
Regular,
With your chest.
regular ignorant people out there.
Thank you, sir.
And I'm trying, Sean. I'm trying, bro.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Sometimes my mom watches the show, brother. I appreciate you.
I said I'm trying, Sean. I said I'm trying. All right, so $10 million to the and when I say this, when I say ignorant, it's like I'm not insulting people, but it's people that are ignorant to $10 million. Like, honestly, I'm ignorant to $10 million. And like, but just majority of us out here, $10 million is a lot. And to us, they're like, oh, wow, they really hit them with this fine, this $10 million. They're really doing something. Da-zi-da-zi-da-zi-da. But I don't think a lot of people add perspective into this $10 million. To us, that's a lot. To Dan Snyder, that ain't shit. That is not shit, bro. That's toilet paper. Yeah. I'm trying to tell you, that's toilet paper for this man.
That's toilet
You know
paper.
what I'm saying? And I don't think people realize that this isn't anything to this man. Like, you aren't really punishing. The whole point of a fine is to punish. And you're not punishing this man. And then at the same time, before our show last week, I said something along the lines is that they got this co-owner because of a way to get over on something. And literally that's what they did. Is literally got over on the league by putting Dan Snyder's wife, Tanya Snyder, as a co-CEO and having Dan Snyder step down. Step down.
Yeah, right.
Like, that's getting like I'm trying to tell you, like, this is Dan Snyder getting over on the league. And honestly, and I don't think the league is dumb enough to not realize what's going on. I think they're like, look, bro, we're playing we're going against the political views right now. We're going against society, and we have to make it seem like we are punishing you, and we got to make it seem that you're not going to keep your team.
Yeah.
So have your wife hold on to it, and then this $10 million that's going to women-based charities, and everything like that. Like, you care about them,
right?
Like, but we're gonna We just want to make it seem like we care and you care about women, and let this die down a little bit, maybe in a year, because people don't remember past a year. Just come on back, bruh. Just come on back. Start polluting our league again. Just give us a year, okay? Just step down for a year and come on back.
Down.
Yo,
it's too anti. Yo, talk about it, because it literally is like, oh, here you go.
It literally is a slap on the freaking wrist. This is the same thing the NBA did. So now all of a sudden the NFL is like, all right, let's ensue the same penalty to this guy. Let's not really incorporate something that is going to make an emphasis on the problem. So, all right, now he gets this fine. Now I'm sure all the owners, Kraft and Jim Jones and all, they're all talking. JJ's like, why don't you just let your wife take over? She's been, you've been saying you've been out of the office all this time. Let her be there, Right. I'm not going to lie, but this is Iron Man 3 with Pepper taking over his business and him doing all his stuff. Just let Snyder, do all his little meetings, whatever, and Tanya be at the office. That's basically what is happening.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He's too big of a businessman to really worry about the Redskins or worry about the Washington football team. Let somebody else take over that's actually going to be in the building and be at the meetings.
Right. Simple as that. Simple as that. And Nathan, you documented it on your show. Dan Snyder has been running roughshod over Washington, and we talked about last week how this was a PC move. He was sitting here trying to appease certain people, and then for them to slap a $10 million fine on it, it's like, oh, okay, you took a couple quarters from a man that has millions and millions. So what is this like? Like it, love it, or hate it, Nathan. Like, how do you feel about this, man?
Well, for them to get fined $10 million, I actually kind of love it, honestly, because unfortunately with Dan Snyder, he's trying to cover up a multitude of sins. Let's just call it what it is. Y'all can read in between the lines what I mean by that, but they haven't gotten better as a team under him as ownership. He pretty much, sweeping things under the rug, sending cheerleaders all, to I forgot where it was. I think it was in the Dominican Republic. Y'all help me out with that. But when you're hearing like culture issues, and then again, like he's hiring women in certain positions of power, I just think that this
about that a few episodes ago about hiring a lot of women just to secure,
to say, hey, listen, I'm hiring women, but no, like you're not going to get any pass for that. Like, you as an owner, like,
responsibility
responsibility matters. Like, but again, like, I hate to pull the race card, but if this was a black GM, or like he's getting thrown to the carpet, like he's being called for his job. Let's just call it what it is.
Oh,
make it plain.
He wouldn't have made it this far. Let's just say that.
He wouldn't have
made it this far.
Yeah,
and if you're the NFL to like just like $10 million, and then on top of that, here it is, like, especially the times that we're in, to not even like say, yo man, like this, like you really kind of crossing some murky territory. And like Roger Goodell and them just slapping $10 million, like, that's nothing to him. Like, you guys already said it. It's basically like
cover up for Goodell.
It's cover up.
Let me put it in perspective for you guys, okay? So we agree Dan Snyder is a billionaire, right? A billionaire with a B. A B. Okay. So at the very least, this man has $1 billion. So then, okay, $1 billion at the least. And so then they fined him $10 million. Okay,
Yeah.
That's $100 to me and you.
Facts.
$100 to me and you.
Not even 50.
That is a speeding ticket.
Yep.
You hear me?
Like
You
Sean
hear me?
said.
Yeah.
Slap
Yeah.
on the wrist.
At the very least, let me just say least, because I'm saying $1 billion. He has more than $1 billion, yo.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's got it somewhere.
He's
He
got
has
all account.
more than $1 billion. So that's maybe $50 to this
Nothing.
man.
It's nothing.
$75 to this
Like,
man,
he should
bro.
have
He's already made back the money that they fined him. Okay, he probably made it back while he was paying them. He made that money back. And look, Ab, I gotta shout you out, man. Shirtless Wonder, because what you said was absolutely correct. We're stuck under the umbrella of Snyderism, and the fact that they billed him $10 million is nothing to him. It's like, oh, really? Oh, okay. I understand the protocol. Here you go. $10 million. Great. Oh, I already made it back with this investment. Like, it's just, what are we doing? Like, come on. I hate this. I hate it because this is an enabler. This is just going to enable him to do more. Oh, you're just going to find me $10 million? Oh, all I got to do is make my wife the co-CEO? Oh, okay. Cool. Let me go ahead and get this dance team. All you cheerleaders, you want some money? Come on back to me.
But at some point, it's going to come out. At some point, like, it's going to come out. Like, the cat's already out the bag. It's like the NFL, to me, like, the NFL takes more of a black eye because you're saying, well, we know the things he's done as an owner, but at the end of the day, I got 31 other teams that are bringing in money. Like, this is a guy who makes the image of the team. Fans look bad because it's like, wow, this is an owner who practically.
Yeah, and honestly, the worst thing that could happen, and I hate it because we're all Washington fans. We love them. The worst thing that could happen is we can do good. Because the more good we do on the field, the more he's going to attempt to take credit for it and be like, oh, well, hey, look at all this stuff I did and look what we're doing. Oh,
exactly.
Oh, it's BS. It's complete BS. I hate it. I hate it.
They really wanted to punish him. Like, and honestly, I hate to say this, like, but they should have put this $10 million against our cap. They should have fined us. Find us draft picks. Like I bet you everything